Today we're going to be making Mohanthal, a very famous Gujarati sweet that is made during festivities and special occasions. For this we will be needing gram flour, sugar, milk, ghee, sliced almonds and sliced pistachios, and some cardamom powder. Now let's go see how to make this delicious sweet. Into the large bowl we will now add in the gram flour mixture and about 1.5 cups of ghee. That bowl over there has about 2 cups of ghee, but we will now add in 1.5 cups and a half cup at a later point in time. Add in the cardamom powder, and using your hands combine the flour and ghee until all the flour is absorbed into the ghee and the mixture will look like coarse crumbs. As in when you combine it, it will all the flour will get absorbed into the ghee well. Don't try to knead it into a dough, but just combine it and constantly keep separating it to form crumbs. Once all the ghee is absorbed into the flour, add in the milk. You will notice that all the milk gets absorbed well and the mixture will continue to look like a crumb. The gram flour will absorb in all the milk and reacts with the ghee, and you will have a mixture that looks wet but is still has a crummy texture, almost a crummy texture. If you notice that it hasn't formed a dough, but then the mixture is crumbling up and you can see pieces falling apart as I'm mixing it. Now we have to rest this mixture for about 10 to 15 minutes or about half an hour. To make the sugar syrup, we will add in the sugar, and 1.5 cups of water. Stir the mixture well until all the sugar is dissolved. We need to make a sugar syrup that is of one thread consistency. The process will take about 10 to 15 minutes to reach that consistency. Continue to stir the mixture until all the sugar melts, and then allow the sugar syrup mixture to boil, at which point you don't have to continue stirring, but just have to monitor that it doesn't caramelize. You have to be close to the sugar syrup, monitoring that it doesn't become more than a one string consistency. As you notice, the sugar syrup has begun to boil. To check whether the one thread consistency is reached or not, we touch the sugar syrup a little bit, and if when you touch there is an expansion and it is sticky, then the sugar syrup is done. But right now the sugar syrup is not sticky, so I'm going to boil it for a little bit longer. It's been about 5 minutes since we last checked. As you notice that the sugar is stringy now, and the sides have also started crystallizing. Now we're going to do the test again, and you will notice, and I feel the sugar is sticky, and do you see the string that is forming between my fingers? That is the consistency we have to reach, and now we have reached the perfect consistency. At this point I'm going to turn off the heat. Now we're going to proceed to making the gram flour. Using a heavy bottom pan, add in the remaining half cup of ghee. Once the ghee melts completely, right now I do have some melted ghee, so if you're using thicker ghee, then make sure the ghee is melted completely. To this, I'm going to add in the gram flour mixture that we made earlier that was resting for some time. So add in a little by little into into the pan all the mixture. We're going to now roast the mixture along with the ghee on medium heat until the rawness of the gram flour mixture goes away. And also you will notice the color changes from a light golden to a darker golden, and you will get a roasted aroma. So it does require continuous stirring. If you do go away even for a few seconds, the heat of the pan and the gram flour could just burn the bottom, and it won't leave a good taste to the sweet. So make sure that you're close to the pan and continuously keep stirring, and remove any lumps that are there in the mixture in the process of stirring. Notice that the gram flour mixture now is become dry. It's about 10 minutes that we were roasting the gram flour mixture, stirring continuously. It's turned a little darker golden brown in color. Now we will stir in the nuts, the sliced pistachios and almonds. Keep a little away by the side to garnish later on the top. Don't pour in all the nuts, just keep a little away. And now the almonds, and combine it well into the gram flour mixture. Once well combined, we will add in the sugar syrup. Once you add in the sugar syrup, the mixture will turn into like a mass of dough. You have to continue stirring the mixture until it thickens and turns slightly dry. Once the mixture thickens, when you hold it up on the ladle, it will just not drop off. So we have to continue to cook and stir until such point. You will also notice when the mixture is ready that the gram flour and the sugar mixture, the whole mixture will look a little dry. You now notice that the mixture has thickened and looks a little dry. When you lift the ladle up, the mixture just doesn't fall off but holds well into the ladle. At this point, we will now give it a quick stir and we'll get ready to set it into our bowl. We will use a square bowl for setting the Mohanthal. To this square bowl, I will drop in the Mohanthal dough. You could shape these into balls and place them, or you could set this mixture into this pan and allow it to set. It takes a good few hours to harden up, and once it does, you can cut it into squares. Soon tap onto the dough, tap onto the Mohanthal so that it just goes inside and sets itself well and becomes flat and smooth on the top. Now that we have smoothened the top, we will sprinkle the almonds and the pistachios. Once you sprinkle all the almonds and pistachios, press the nuts down, get set into the Mohanthal. So now this Mohanthal is ready.